Hey, everybody. Once again, you are tuned in to TWID Radio. If you haven't been told or just didn't know, TWID stands for that's what I do. And as long as you're breathing, I guarantee you're doing something. We're bringing you the real, raw, the relevant tackling news, dating, marriage, sports, and more. This is where the black community connects, grows, and thrives. That's what we do in our tribe, circles, and communities. So hit that subscribe button and join the TWID revolution today. Good evening, family. Once again, you are tuned in to TWID Radio. If you don't know, TWID stands for That's What I Do. Don't forget to like, share, family, and subscribe. Look to the bottom ticker. If you want to bless me, just go to my Cashapp, capital TWID 10. Family, today we're going to be talking about discussing Candace Owens. So Candace says, tell your children what happened in Gaza. You know, this lady, she's becoming so hard to stomach. And when I say that in the most humble way. Not that I follow her or whatever, but of course, she's gonna be the topic of a lot of discussion because of she's defending Gaza, Palestinians, and of course she's into it with the Jews. It wasn't always that way. At one point in time, they were hand in hand like this. As a matter of fact, when she was with them and riding strong with them, and they were riding strong with her, she was talking about a lot of anti-black things that we should do as a community, pointing her finger at us. That didn't end well. You can't go against your own people. Just hands down, nobody's gonna respect you. And when it's time for you to come back home, you're not gonna have a home to come to. But let's find out what Candace thinks concerning Palestine and why we should, tell our children about Gaza.
Trump wants a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way, for the planned ethnic cleansing so that they could profit on the land and turn it into a beach town. So let me say this. This is our never again, okay? This is a Holocaust. A Holocaust just happened. A real Holocaust just happened. We will never forget this. You need to tell your children what happened in Gaza.
Well, Candace, how? I'm gonna let her talk.
Tell them exactly who did it, exactly whose families were involved in this. And when you hear in the future somebody tell you, like, we're going to Gaza Beach for a vacation, you need to look at them like they are the absolute vermin of our society, because they are. They are. Their children will be cursed, okay? You go and you play in the sand where you know that your forefathers planned to mass murder children, you will be cursed. Every person who steps foot on that, every family that is set to inherit what they did, they will be cursed. Your children's children will be cursed. Gaza belongs to nobody but the Palestinians. So when you begin to move the Israelis in there, and when the Trump hotel gets built on there, I caution the rest of the world to stay far away from that cursed land, because something is coming. You can't commit that much evil in broad daylight and not think it's going to come back to haunt you.
Okay, so let me get this babbling woman off the screen, because she's not really saying much. But what she is trying to do is convince the world that we should, be empathetic towards what the Palestinians, the Arabs, are going through. You see how passionate she is when she talks about their situation. I wish she would talk about reparations that way. I wish she would talk about the Black Holocaust that way. Read the book, Candace. I wish she would talk that way about the Black Holocaust. It seems like they've forgotten. Now, you don't want anybody to forget what's going on in Gaza. Never mind El Abib. I think I did a broadcast about, the Palestinians who practice anti-Black racism over in their land while they're being oppressed. So the Palestinians that she's caping for, they've got time, they've got the energy, they've got the wherewithal to be oppressed, yet to still make it their business to oppress. And this woman says that we should remember them. No, ma'am. We're going to forget them. Talking about Black people. We're going to forget them the same way the world has forgotten us. See, let me show you, Candace. Let me show you what the world has forgotten. I like to keep these pictures just for you. You want us to remember this and this and this. Yeah, but the world seems to have forgotten about this and this. Oh, and we know they forgot about this. This doesn't even come to mind. Oh, that happened so long ago. That happened. That happened so long ago. So long ago. Why would we remember this? How could we remember this? Why should we even focus or talk about this? What about that? What about that? What about that, Candace? You want us to remember what you want us to remember. This right here. But this right here, see these people right here, their descendants, this young man's descendants did this to my descendants. They were a part of this. You do know that, Candace, don't you? Of course you know it. But shame on us for having sympathy for what happened during the Black Holocaust. You want us to now focus, as a Black woman, you want us to focus on the Palestinian Holocaust. Candace, how do we even have time to focus on what's going on? We're still in the midst of our Holocaust at that. Need I say that? We're still in the midst of it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Still finding Black people hung from trees. You do realize that, don't you, Candace? Oh, but you want us to put aside what we got going on. Our oppression, our systematic oppression over here, you want us to put that to the side and deal with, help these people who committed this. You want us to help them. You want us to think about them. You want us to focus on the evil of the land as it pertains to what they're going through. What about what we've gone through here in America, Candace? You're not a foundational Black American, so I guess it doesn't matter to you. That's why you can come over here and say, well, you don't agree with reparations for foundational Black Americans. Out of one side of your mouth, on the other side of your mouth, you'll say to us, as spectators, as subscribers, that we need to never forget. No, man. That's yesterday's news for me. Yeah, because I'm focused on this. I'm still let me see. On chapter 91. The Death Spirit. That's the name of chapter 91. The Death Spirit. I can only imagine what that's going to be talking about. A spirit of death. Hopelessness, same thing that the Arabs, Palestinians are going through, that they put us through. Yeah, I'm reading about what we went through. I'll let you deal with that. Family, you've been tuned in to TWID10, but that's what I do. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And all praises to the Most High. Peace.